Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We're on quick jobs and we are going to have a quick look at the Renault E-Tech T Sleeper here. This is a full-blown electronic truck. We're going to be doing a little load from Paris up to Le Mans, 3 tons of used plastics. Not a great heavy load, you know. So let's just get the electric truck through its paces. Let's dive on in. We'll select the job, and yeah, we'll see how it fares. Let's have a look at it then from the outside first and foremost. There it is, 100% electric. Now, the output of this engine's 490 kilowatts. It's a 12-speed gearbox underneath there. Ironically, 490 kilowatts converts exactly back into 666 brake horsepower. I do wonder whether that's a cheeky little Easter egg there from Renault, and indeed SCS. Who can tell? We're a 4x2 chassis here. That's our axle configuration. We've got a little stubby little skeletal trailer on the back there, certainly not very long. So yeah, let's have a little look and just see how. Well, I'm guessing this should be completely quiet. So let's jump in, have a quick look around the cab. Yeah, nice emblem there on the back, the Renault Trucks E-Tech logo. That looks good. It's pretty much very similar to the rest of the T range in terms of the cab styling. Fridge under there for the driver. Very thick mattress. Look at that. That could be quite comfortable. Standard dashboard setup here. Nothing too exciting to look at. Right then, let's fire her up, see how she sounds. There you go, completely and utterly silent. What have we got over here? That's showing our trip distance, energy used. Excellent, that should be pretty good to keep a little eye on. So, right, handbrake off then. Or is that's handbrake on actually. Right, let's do that again. There we go, handbrake off. And I'm just going to cycle through the infotainment system there. There we go. We've got a sat-nav inbuilt there on the screen. So we'll try our best to follow that as we go through this little journey up to Le Mans then. Right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Instant power. No lag at all. No time delay whatsoever. That's rapid. Right, going to have to be really careful here with how much power I'm putting through the pedals, because I'll quickly show you. If I come to a standstill here. Right, so 0 miles an hour, guys. There we go, we're stopped. 3, 2, 1, power. Watch. Look at that speed. Just absolutely flies up. No problems, no issues, instant power. That's crazy. Let's have a quick look outside. There she goes, look. Dead silent. Wow. I'm a little bit blown away by that, to be fair. That is outstanding. Outstanding response. The steering is incredibly light as well. And yeah, it feels absolutely lovely. No droning of a solid 12 or 13 litre diesel engine underneath me. Nothing but beautiful calmness. And I guess regenerative braking as well. So obviously what the truck will do there is when I put my foot on the brake like that, rather quickly, because I don't watch where I'm driving, or watch that the lights have changed red. If you can just imagine, when you brake, your battery percentage is going up on the truck, so it's regenning all of that energy and putting back into the battery for you. So really good energy harvesting, great renewable, and I would imagine if there's any trucking firms out there trying to really push on its green credentials, this would be a great truck to have. That's remarkable how quickly that's responding. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit rapid on the pedals, guys, because I've only ever driven diesel vehicles on here before, so this electric is yeah, it's a complete change. Now, why are we not going anywhere now? My foot's down. Have we got to... Let me just bring that to a halt. That was strange. Right, so we've stopped. There we go. Oh, not sure what happened there. That was interesting. Now, I am reliably informed that to charge this vehicle up... Now, this is a big question. So, to charge this up, it takes around an hour or so to get it up to 80%. So it is quite a quick charge on this truck. Very interesting. And obviously in the game here we can't possibly charge this up, I wouldn't have thought, because the service stations are all nothing but diesel. There's no plug-in points for electric trucks. So I'd imagine this is why the vehicle's never been pushed out into normal gameplay. You can only access this vehicle through quick jobs. Just go through this toll booth here. So silent, it's unbelievable. Just change lanes here. France looking absolutely beautiful. Let's just get cruise control locked in at about 45 there. Now, according to Renault Trucks, the range on this thing is allegedly between 300 and 500 kilometres. All going to be dependent on several factors, isn't it, guys? How heavy the load is that you're pulling, the weather conditions, have you got your air conditioning on, have you got your heaters blowing full blast if it's in the middle of the winter. So, you know, take that with a little bit of pinch of salt. But yeah, this is quite an interesting vehicle. God knows what the battery would weigh on this truck. Those things are not cheap. But in terms of the real world and where the real world is heading with electronic vehicles, they are moving towards a thing called MCS, which is megawatt charging systems, and that should allow 720 kilowatt charging in around about 45 minutes. And the trick there with the 45 minutes, everyone, is generally speaking after 4.5 hours of driving, a lorry driver has to take a 45-minute break. So they want to try and maximise that 45-minute break to get as much power into these trucks as you possibly can. And with how quickly technology is evolving at the moment, I do believe that Renault have developed now the E-Tech 780, and on paper that is saying you can do a 600 kilometre range on a single charge. That's a huge 780 kilowatt battery sat underneath that, so that's nearly, if you think about it, nearly double what I'm driving here. So a huge step up in terms of technology and pushing forwards. Do I think battery powered trucks are going to be a big thing in the future? I think there's a place for them. I don't generally think they're going to be seen on many long haul journeys because the infrastructure just isn't there to cope with it. But I do feel that inner city driving, London, Manchester, Birmingham, many other countries throughout the world, I think these things will have a space, that's for certain. In those big cities where, you know, the carbon footprint is big and they're trying to reduce carbon output, I think these things will have a very big place to play. Now, obviously batteries, electric cars, electric lorries, etc., it's difficult to understand how things work in regards to warranties. Now, we all hear those awful stories of, oh my goodness, it needs a new battery, it's going to cost you £30,000. I mean, frightening, yeah? You may as well just write the vehicle off and start again. But Renault trucks do guarantee their batteries, and they guarantee them for a period of 8 years. So that's a very long time for a battery if you think about it. 8 long years, or indeed they'll go up to the first 1,000,000 kilometres. So that is how much trust Renault are putting into their electronic engines. So it'll be interesting to see whether they last that long, see where it goes. And the other thing with these electronic trucks is that there's no brake pads on these things. It's regenerative braking. Get my words out. So it's basically just converting all of that energy back into the battery. So there's no brake dust isn't a thing. Maintenance in regards to your brakes isn't really a thing anymore. And a lot of operators are saying that they're seeing a downward trend in their maintenance cost in regards to braking systems of up to about 50%. So it's quite remarkable. And this truck just moves serenely through the wheels here. Just pop outside and show you it there as we cruise on through. Look, quite remarkable. Stunning little thing, really. I'm not a huge fan of EV technology myself. It's just it's too much of a faff for me. You know, I'd probably be that kind of guy that would forget to plug the car in when you came home from work and have one of those dumb moments in the morning when you go back out and go, oh no, I didn't charge my car last night. Can't just, well, I suppose you could pop up to the petrol station and fill up, but how long are you going to be waiting for? 20 minutes? Half an hour? So quiet. Let's open the window. There you go, nothing. Just a little bit of wind and the noise of the passing vehicles on the other side of the motorway. Phenomenal. There's the stats all changing there as we go along with what we've used, how far we've gone. We've used 129 kilowatts of energy. Done 118 miles now. Gives us an average speed. 46 is our average speed. And by braking, we've put back in 15 kilowatts of energy back into the battery. So that's remarkable when you think about it. Might sound small, but over the course of a journey, it will all add up. And that all adds up to essentially a huge saving for either an owner-driver of the vehicle or an operator, i.e. a company that might be operating it. So Le Mans, here we go. Just about to arrive here now. We'll come off the motorway. Gotta say, France is looking absolutely beautiful on here. Slow down, a bit too heavy on the brake there, so I need to remember not to brake too hard. This isn't a big diesel engine. There's no engine brake, there's no retarder on it. It's basically stop and go. It's like a sewing machine. You know, you got one pedal's pretty much doing it all. So it's definitely going to take a bit of getting used to. But what are my thoughts on this? It's quite cool. It's quite nippy. I think for those little short deliveries, little short movements, this has definitely got a place. It's just motoring around the roads here, absolutely flying. Right, let's tuck it in here. Whoop, there we go again. Too heavy on the brake. Got to be really careful with that. We've now put 20 kilowatts of energy back into the battery. Nice little Citroen 2CV there, whizzing past. Right, the truck's not going anywhere again now, so why does it do this? It sort of like forgets what it's doing. There we go. It's remembered again now. Let's hop outside again to show you again. There she is, look. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think. Smart looking truck. Okay, so we're off here. A little bit of popping there with the graphics. That wasn't particularly impressive. Not often ETS lets us down, but we know that it's... Whoopsie. It's running on Prism as the old game engine, so... No, it's done it again. Look, it doesn't like me putting my foot down there, so I think I need to stop again. And accelerate. There we go. How strange. It's almost like it forgets what it was trying to do. Anyway. Right, round we go. It really is rapid. I wonder how this thing would perform without a trailer on the back. I'd imagine that the torque would be insane and it would probably motor and pretty much take off. Right. There we go again. I'm too heavy on the brake. I've got to remember, don't stick my foot too hard on the brake. Right, so our delivery point is just up the road here. It's done it again, look, with this. I don't know why it does that. There we go. We're off. If anyone knows why it's doing that, let me know. It's probably something I'm doing, I would imagine. Right, here's the delivery point. There we go. We'll try and park it. Look, let's have a look. It's only a short video, this one, so let's see if we can put this lorry where they'd like it. Willnet Transport. Lots of trailers here in the yard. Strangely quiet, isn't it? It's quite something when you can't hear. You know, we're used to hearing so much. Oh, why won't it reverse? Oh, there we go. Thought I was going mad then for a second. Right. Back this round. It's only a little trailer actually, so... And it's just as quick going backwards as it is going forward if you're not careful. So the Renault E-Tech. Very interesting piece of kit, this. Not the best reverse, I have to say, because that is really quite strange to do. If anyone's driven these electric trucks on this game, you'll know what I mean by that. It's the pedals are super sensitive to what you're doing. There's no, there's no feathering involved here. It's if you touch it, you're flying, you're motoring. There we go, that'll do. Handbrake on, engine off. That was absolutely mad. Right, let's decouple that trailer. Nice looking truck, I've got to say. So there we go then. 149 miles done. Energy consumed 315.1 kilowatts. So read into that what you will, but 3 ton of plastic delivered up to Le Mans from Paris. So there you have it. My thoughts on the Renault E-Tech truck. Interesting bit of kit. I'm sure there's a place in the market for it. Do I like it? Yeah, it's nippy. It's fun. Takes a bit of getting used to, that's for certain. Anyway, guys, thanks ever so much for tuning in and watching this video with me today. Really hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, give it a like. And if you're new here at OD Simulation Gaming, thanks for hopping in and enjoying the ride with us. We'll see you very soon on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.